Hello, YouTube. Okay, so I wanted to do a really quick check-in in real time. So I had the interview last week. I had the interview that I was talking about in my last video last week, and the interview was weird. I don't know how to describe it exactly, but the energy was really strange, and it wasn't exactly what I was thinking it was going to be. And I knew when we got off the call or the Zoom that I didn't get the job. I already knew it, and I was really at the time quite confused by it and really taken back by it. But I've had like the weekend to consider if I even wanted to work there. Like if I even wanted to have my time there. Nothing about them. I mean, they're perfectly lovely, but I I feel like these are all just sort of constraints and systems. They're all just these systems, and I would be continuing to work, within a system. I'm working in a system now, and there's a lot of things that I really like about the position I'm in right now. Like they have a company car. I like the team I work with. I like the families that I visit. I generally like the work I do. And so I'm coming on to my year anniversary of working for my current occupation. So about an hour and a half ago, I got like the confirmation that I didn't get the job. And it's the same letter that I've gotten. It's the third one in the last 2 months. So it's kind of like they send out this form letter saying, oh, well, we were impressed by you, but it's a no-go. We found someone who better suits our needs. And so I'm like, what does this even mean? What does it even mean? Like, it's like I really believe that we create our reality. And so I'm not sure what to do except to follow the leads that come to me. So when a lead comes to me for a job, I don't have, I mean, I just follow them and I see where it's going to take me. And so it sort of seems like I'm not supposed to be there, right? It kind of seems that way. But also, it's not exactly what I'm looking for. I have this vision of what I'm hoping to experience in my life, and there was a lot about that job that would have provided me with experiences that would have aligned with my ultimate experience. But so what am I going to do? Because I get this a lot. I get a lot of like seeming rejection. Seeming rejection. I get a lot of it. In fact, I almost get more rejection than I do not rejection. So what is that? Like some people like to say, it's redirection. Like when you get it's not rejection, it's redirection. Like everybody and their theories about this. So what am I going to do? So I'm like faced with that I'm going to do nothing. I'm going to just do nothing. I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait and see what comes my way. This came off of a weekend that I was pretty happy. Over the last week, I've been maintaining about 95% of my time in a really, really, really joyful space, which is an improvement from my 75% that I was actually happy with my 75%, but I've actually improved on that. So what am I going to do? Am I going to let this like steal my joy? Am I going to let this steal my joy? This is what I find and have found really, really challenging ever since I've been living in this paradigm. I don't know what else to call it. I had an experience and I was changed and I'm different, and then I tried to function. At first it was really, really challenging to function in the world. It's still challenging to a point, but what I'm trying to get at is, like, I come from this weekend of magic and wonderment and feeling really peaceful. And then Monday morning hits and I get like these emails and I get the rejection letter. So what am I going to do? It's almost as if I'm living in two different like paradigms at once, like, or two different dimensions at once. It's almost as if like, I don't know how to describe it except that I'm like in the future in my head, and then in my physicality I'm still like experiencing the present that seems to be deeply ingrained for some reason that I don't quite understand, although things have like improved quite a bit. Is that like, even, does that make any sense? I don't know if I'm making any sense, but I decided I wasn't gonna, because at first I really I wanted to cry. I did, because I have this eagerness. I have an eagerness to move into even, like, just joy and fun and what I really want to be doing, which is what I'm already doing, which is being in a space of joy. And that emanating from me and having an impact on wherever I go. Talked about this, it's been a long, long time ago, but I talked about this in a YouTube where, like, I mean, truly, peace begins with me. It begins with me and me being in a peaceful place and not allowing these things that come from the outside to impact my beingness. And so I didn't cry. I thought to myself, what are you gonna do? You're gonna cry? Talking to myself in the most loving way possible. Like, no, you're not gonna cry. No, you're gonna do something different. And you're gonna trust. You're just gonna trust in the dimension or the paradigm of, I guess, my future self. I don't know. I don't know the formal terms for all of this. I trust more in what goes on in my inner dialogue than I do what comes at me. And I'm growing more and more and more faith in that. And I'm going to end with this. It sounds so corny, but sometimes I have this song come in my head. Like, you remember that song? Like, I have faith like a river. I have faith like a river. I have faith like a river in my soul. And so, and it's growing. It's growing. Like, my faith is growing, and I'm just not going to give up. I don't even know what that means. To not give up. What does that mean, to not give up? Anyway, love you guys. I'll be back with other things.